Hello, welcome to the climb to 1800. Oh, I am not 1473, and I'm not playing a bullet game. Let me switch that real quick to 15 minutes. While we're finding in game, sorry I didn't upload a video yesterday. My friend is going to college actually today, so he went to college today. So yesterday was like the last hurrah. So I was with a few friends all day until pretty late, so I didn't really have time. But hopefully I can make up for it today. I will say before playing the game right now, I did do like 10 puzzle rushes, and it ain't looking good, I'll be honest. I was missing like hanging queens and stuff. I don't know. I just don't feel very intelligent right now, but hopefully that won't be reflected in a real game. Maybe I'll make up for it in like positional understanding, hopefully. Okay, what the heck? This person has had their account since 2008. I didn't even know that. What? I did not even know that chess.com existed that long. That's impressive. Um, okay, they're playing this annoying G6 line. I'm learning the advanced Caro-Kann, but I don't want to deal with it right now because I don't know it well enough because I haven't studied my theory in a while. To be honest, I have no clue what to do against this line, so there can't be anything wrong with just playing knight f3. This line isn't played like enough to justify spending too much time learning it. At least yet. Maybe I will in the future. Now I should definitely consider playing e5 to blunt his dark squared bishop, but I'm not sure that it's totally necessary right now. I have a feeling that he's going to play. Actually, come to think of it, whenever I'm playing the Caro-Kann with the black side, I absolutely love putting my bishop on g4. In fact, I feel uncomfortable if I can't. So why don't I just spend one tempo? Maybe it's a waste if he isn't planning on playing this, and just play h3. Let's do it. I see nothing wrong with it. It's stopping him from gaining valuable access to the g4 square, and I think that it's worth it for sure. Because otherwise he probably would have blitzed out bishop g4, and who knows? Maybe it was better to play like bishop e3 and then um and then play h3 and then force him to make a decision. But okay, so now he just attacks my pawn. Obviously I can push my pawn. I can also just defend it, right? I don't need to do anything drastic. And I think that for now I'm going to prioritize rapid development. So we're just going to develop bishop to d3 because he's probably going to castle anyway. So I don't feel a massive need to do anything. He takes, which is interesting. Oh, yeah, that's not great of me because here he can actually take this with the queen. Oh yeah, I did make a slight inaccuracy. If I don't want to lose a pawn, I'm gonna have to take this with my bishop, and that is not ideal. I think I'm gonna have to do that, but let me just make sure that I can't get away with this. Queen takes. Do I have any traps? Here. No, I really don't. If this pawn wasn't here, I would have a discovery, but obviously that pawn is there. So I think that I'm going to have to give up the bishop pair. I'm not totally crushed because his dark square bishop isn't that great anyway. So let's not spend too much time. This is necessary to not lose a pawn. I'm not happy about it though. And then I'll start playing against this bishop. But first I'll just castle. Yeah, first I'll just castle. Okay. Now I'm probably going to play c3 bishop or rook e1. I don't know why I'm having a hard time speaking right now. I'm stuttering so much. I think that I'm just a little bit tired. It's past 11 in my time zone, which isn't that late for me. I stay up pretty late nowadays. But I've been falling asleep accidentally recently, which I don't think is a good thing. Like, I fall asleep on the couch without meaning to very often. And by the way, I am questioning this knight placement because my pawn is kind of dominating it. However, I suppose he's just trying to get it to f6, which does make some sense, I guess. But I'm not going to stop him because I don't think that's particularly scary. Yeah, Oh, of course I miss it, but yeah, I definitely should have played c3. I definitely should have played c3. Oh yeah, that was a major mistake by me actually. And I'll tell you why. Because oh wait, no, I can move my bishop back to d3 because only his queen is attacking this now. I thought that I lose a pawn if I don't. Do I play c3 or do I bring my bishop? No, I think that I bring my bishop back. There's no reason to rush. No reason to rush. However, is it the end of the world if I trade this bishop? I don't think it is the end of the world. By the way, all the way back here, what was I talking about with making a mistake? I didn't lose the bishop pair. I think that I was just like hallucinating. Wait, no. Wait, back here you should have definitely taken this pawn. What am I doing? He should have taken that pawn. That was a blunder by me. Okay, so I'm hallucinating and my opponent is missing free piece or free positive exchanges. So let's just drop my bishop back. I assume he's going to play knight to, yeah, because that looks like a good move. I don't see any way that that could really be wrong. I'm probably just going to play c3 now. I'm assuming that after c3, he is going to play knight to... No, he won't. That would hang a knight. But let's play this anyway, because I don't think it can really be wrong. It's restricting his knight. After this, I might even play bishop to c4. But I need to wake up. I need to wake up. I need to wake up. I just spilled water all over myself. By the way, hair is hairing it up right now. I don't know why it's working right now, but it kind of is, if I do say so myself. I put in hair lotion. Hair lotion? What am I talking about? Hair cream. Is that what it's called? I forget what it's called, but I put it in the hair styler, whatever it's called, which I don't normally do. Anyway, my long-term plan is to put pressure on the e-pawn, but I'm now realizing that that isn't that useful because he's probably just going to play e6. However, if I can force him to play e6, then his light squared bishop is pretty trapped, which I think would be a minor win for me. Not major, but minor. And also that would be a big win for me because that would basically guarantee me the e5 square for my knight because he wouldn't want to play f6 if he already played e6. But opponent is taking the first sizable think. By the way, I still can't believe that back here, after talking out why I couldn't play knight takes e4, I still play knight takes e4. I got very lucky there that he didn't win the free pawn that he definitely had access to. But anyway, by the way, our opponent is from the Netherlands. That's where my mom is from. I've been there many times. I am a big fan of the Netherlands. But do what to say while my opponent is thinking. What to say? What am I talking about? I'm playing a chess game. I need to think about what I'm going to do next. Okay, well, looks like my opponent has made my decision slightly easier because he didn't really make a forcing move. That's just a small improving move. I would like to deploy my bishop, my dark square bishop, but I don't really see too many useful squares for it right now. The one good place might be g5, where it's targeting this pawn. And then I could maybe even force out his knight in the future. I don't really see anything wrong with playing to g5, so I think that I might just do it. Yeah, let's just do it, because I really don't see how this could bite me in the back. Or bite me in the butt, I guess, is the more common way of saying that. By the way, yeah, I am definitely threatening c4. I think you made a mistake just now. Don't I have c4, d5? Okay, that move was blitzed out by him, but I don't think that it's right. Oh, wait, c4. His knight's going to move. I assume that he'll probably move it there, because it's attacking my light square bishop. So that isn't as viable. But if I just play bishop to c4, it looks like I'm building up some nasty pressure. Because then I'm threatening to take, and he might have to be forced to take with this pawn, which would give me a great knight outpost after I move my bishop so I don't get forked. So, oh, if I play this, he actually does have this move, which is slightly annoying. But no, he doesn't, because if here, knight to there, I take here, and sure he's winning that. He's sure he's getting a bishop for knight, but then I'm getting this pawn in the end of the line, so it actually doesn't work for him. So let's do this. Let's do this after all. Yeah, this pawn is becoming slightly difficult for him to defend comfortably. Actually, he can definitely just play rook to e8 right now, which he probably will do because that seems like by far the most natural move. But I can make improving moves my own, like just knight to e5, right? I don't see anything wrong with that. Oh, besides the fact that it hangs the fork, but obviously I would avoid the fork first. Huh. That's interesting. So he's planning, I guess I'm taking with the rook now. Good to point out, I do not have queen to b3, adding pressure, because then he just plays b5, and he doesn't win anything, but I don't get what I want, and he gets a strong piece. I could try to reroute my knight to c5, but I don't think that's really going to happen anytime soon. Is there any world where I bring my bishop back, play c4, and then d5? I'm not sure there is. This is actually getting slightly difficult to play. By the way, I'm definitely seeing some potential sacrifices coming up here. That could even be worthwhile. But I don't think that that's the case just yet. Um... You know what? Let's just make an improving move with the queen, right? I feel like getting out of the line of this discovery and also this x-ray is just a good idea in general. So let's do that. I don't see anything better right now, so let's just avoid some future trouble. But I mean, I'm fully expecting him to play like h6, kicking my bishop out sometime soon. Speaking of which, I probably should have gone queen to c1 so that I reserve bishop f4 at some point. But yeah, this game is definitely pretty positional. My opponent is, of course, higher rated than me at 1680, but isn't high enough to complain about. Okay, that seems like a positional mistake. Look at how much that weakens the square, and I'm not sure if it's worth it. I feel like I could get away with taking this knight right now, but I don't see any reason to do that. Why can I not speak? To do that. Now, if I play bishop b3, I'm almost fully certain that he will actually... Bishop b3, I was going to say he's probably going to play a5, which he probably still will. But then I just play a3, and I feel like he has nothing to attack me with in exchange for creating such a weakness. Oh, or I could play this and then h4. Yeah, let's actually bring the bishop to the middle, because I'm not seeing the vision of it staying on the sidelines for too long. Yeah, let's bring it here instead. I like it in a more active role in the game, and I feel like it would kind of be just harassed if it stays on b3. Because it would probably end up on a2. And then probably trade it at some point. So I do want to keep it in the game for slightly longer. Okay. That move makes sense. He's asking me basically to just trade the knight for the bishop, which I actually think I'm going to do. Because after it takes, queen takes, I'm going to have knight to e5. And I'm fully happy with that. So let's just do that. And let's just do all of this. Because now I'm putting pressure on his pawns. And I feel like I'm the one with the threats, not him. So, obviously, this is still anybody's game. I'm actually not sure if I'm better or worse. But I do feel good with the fact that my knight is incredibly active. He could choose to trade it off at any point. But at that moment, my knight, or sorry, my rook becomes incredibly active. Maybe even coming into c5. He, of course, cannot just play f6 here because I just take the pawn. And it isn't super easy for him to defend that pawn either, by the way. Because if he just plays like bishop to d5, I might even have c4. Actually, probably not, but maybe I have like no. Okay, well it does come in. I was gonna say maybe I have bishop to e4. Bishop to e4. Oh, wait, now this pawn is undefended, so I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna keep that in mind. Um, do I have any gorgeous tactics with taking? No, I don't. I really want to play g6, followed by bishop to here, but I don't see it working because he'll probably play this. Actually, oh yeah, because that actually just activates his bishop really nicely for him. So here, then takes, oops, here takes, yeah, I do lose material after that. Yeah, this is not easy. I feel like I'm kind of drowning in the thick of it a little bit. You know what? When in doubt, lift the rook. When in doubt, lift the rook. Because worst case scenario, you know what? Yeah, let's just lift the rook for now. I'm imagining he might choose to go queen g5 because obviously like there's the checkmate threat. But if he does that, then I probably do have bishop to e. Actually, no. If he does that, then I probably do have g6, g3, or bishop or rook to g3, followed by rook to e1, activating both of my rooks pretty nicely. But my head's swimming with all the possibilities still. Whew. This is not easy at all. And this pawn is still pretty loose. So he does have to be pretty careful not to lose it. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. Calm down. I know I have 5 minutes and he has 10, but my position, I do feel like it's easier to make moves even if I'm not showing it. Even if I don't make it look like it is. Now, it would make my life so easy if he just took this right now. Because then obviously I just recapture and I have pretty easy play to follow. And, huh. That's an interesting move. That is an interesting move. But doesn't that blunder knight g4? Doesn't it? I think it does. I think it blunders knight g4. Yeah, it definitely does. Because now his pawn is hanging and his bishop is being attacked. I mean, it's not a blunder, but I think that his position is slightly worse because of that. Um. Oh, I guess he has actually bishop g5. Does he have that? I suppose he does. Wow, this is getting crazy complicated. Bishop g5. I guess I stack my rooks because he isn't really threatening any discovery with the queen on I mean on my rook. That I'm seeing at least. Whoa, yeah, he plays it, of course. I have to make sure that my knight isn't getting trapped, by the way. It's not getting trapped quite yet. Crazy, crazy gameplay happening right now. Alright, let's just stack this rook. And again, I'm not totally convinced that this pin is too much of a threat. At all. But yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not talking as much right now. I'm just feeling like I'm outclassed by how complicated the position is. Not necessarily by my opponent, just the fact that this is getting a bit out of my pay grade, per se. Um, now I am looking yet again at bishop to e4 ideas, now that my rooks can recapture many times in a row. Maybe I even should have played that just now. Whew. And yes, of course, bishop or g3 followed by h4 doesn't really work because my knight hangs in a lot of those lines. I say a lot of those lines like I've calculated any of them. I haven't. Um, I'm sure there is some sneaky way to win this pawn, but I can't find it, to be honest. Um, but now my opponent is also spending a lot of time, so our time differential is shrinking, which is nice. Means that we're going to be playing on more equal footing in the near future, hopefully. And if I can just get this trade off, I think that my piece activity is far superior, and then I'll be able to put my knight back on e5. So that's my plan in the near future. But plans change. Right? Plans do change. Oh. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to move his queen somewhere. If I had to place my money, I'd say he's going to probably go queen d3, sorry, queen d6 or queen c7. So let's plan against that right away. Then my rook is being attacked, which is unpleasant. But I can probably just drop it back to e2. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. Oh, okay, he surprises me. Surprises me, for sure. But I'm not sure that that does that much. If I just attack him like this, where does this queen go? Actually, it can only get dropped back here and here. Then I... Oh gosh. No, it might just be best to put my knight back over here, honestly. I don't want to spend too much time thinking about moves that don't really matter. Yeah, never mind. I take a... Wait, I might be setting up a little bit of a queen trap. A little bit of one, at least. Because his queen is getting pretty darn stuck, right? In the near future, it might have no squares to go to. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me plan this. Let me cook. No, the problem is that he actually does have deceptively many places to go. Namely, f6 is his escape route. I don't think that it's very likely that I'm going to trap his queen too soon. Now, the one thing that I'm noticing that he's doing is he's building up a light squared blockade because I have the light squared bishop, which is very smart of him to do. So hopefully I can trade off the light squared bishop pretty soon. So I'm looking to play bishop e4 as soon as I can, probably. And now we're almost within 1 minute of each other, like on the clock. So that's good, right? Yeah, pretty much next move, unless he plays like queen to f6, I'm going to go for bishop to e5, e4. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say maybe knight back to f3, but I don't think that that's very viable because he'd probably actually just. Oh no! If he captures with the bishop, then I take with my rook and I have maximum activity. So I take it back. That's probably pretty good for me. Actually, yeah. Maybe I play knight to f3 next. But then takes, and I'm stuck with this terrible light square bishop, so... On second thought, no. Because if the board stays as is, which it obviously isn't going to, and I play bishop to e4, he is actually forced to make this trade if he doesn't want to lose this pawn, so... That's a consideration. Because if he moves his queen at all, then I can probably just move my rook and attack it or something. Okay, he brings his king up. I think that I'm going to take this opportunity to play the move I've been itching to play. So let's not spend any time. Let's not spend any time at all. Because now we're ahead on time. So We're going to try to keep up the pressure a little bit. A little bit more than we've been doing. And if he does capture, I'm going to take with the rook, not the queen, because I feel like I'm the attacking side, and more pieces on the board favors the attacking side. In general, at least. And also, I don't want to give him any ideas of keeping this pin on the board. Okay, he moves back. What? Doesn't that give me this? I mean, obviously he just opened up the attack on my rook. I think that I have this, so I'm just gonna play it. I don't think that his move was that meaningful. I don't think it was bad, but I just don't think that it did very much for him. Now he's gonna have to move his queen again, of course. He only has 2 squares, so not too many options. And honestly, I'm probably just gonna take this on the next move. I don't see any reason to keep it on the board. It's just not worth the headache. Yeah, I can't take here, unfortunately, because that would just hang it to the queen. I'm trying to look for tactics, but I'm not seeing any. Oh, I am seeing some now. No, I'm not. I take it back. Alright, let's just take. I don't want a headache. I'm assuming he's going to take with the pawn. Oh, he isn't. Interessante. Well, obviously he's attacking my a2 pawn now. I'm once again lower on time. Lower on the clock. I don't really want to play actually, I do want to play a3 because I want to stop any ideas of b4. And I also want to limit his dark squared bishop. So I want to put all my pawns in the dark squares. If I can. Although maybe I should have played bishop or queen to b3, trading it off and putting pressure on this pawn. I don't know. Hindsight is 20/20, right? I'm slightly annoyed also that I can't put my rook back on e3. Okay. He's attacking my knight. I don't think that's a great move because that allows me to move back to where I wanted to move. It's probably not bad though, per se. Actually, I might want to reroute over here. But there's no rush. No rush at all. So let's just move my rook over first. And then I'll reroute my knight. Assuming he doesn't just take the knight. Which he very well might, by the way. But if he takes the knight, it's going to be such a boring endgame. I'm not sure either of us will want to play it. It might come down to a time crunch. I suppose it already has, right? Because it's 3 minutes, 12 seconds versus 3... Oh, wait, he moved. I just realized that. I mean, let's move back to e2. I see no reason to rock the boat. Okay. He puts another piece on the light squares. I think that now is the time to offer a queen trade. Because if he takes it, then I'm the one with pressure since my knight's kind of jumping in. His bishop is kind of locked out. And obviously my b pawn is defended by my e2 rook, so that's not really too much of a consideration. Okay, he does capture. Obviously, we're going to recapture. And I'm not seeing too many ideas for either of us, to be honest. I mean, he's going to have to defend this pawn, but that should be pretty easy. Yeah, and he does, of course. Yeah, there's really no life in here. Let's just I can't even speak. Reroute the knight to c4 probably. Where it might have a little bit more life, but still not that much. This is looking pretty drawish. Trust me, I don't want to draw, but just saying it how I see it. Okay. Maybe he's stopping me from playing b4. I wasn't really going to play b4, but do what you will. And let's just make the move. I'm not really seeing how either of us are going to make progress. Now, if he plays a4, it's almost definitely a draw with best play. Oh my god! Oh wait, no, never mind. For a second, I thought I missed a fork, but I did not at all. Because this pawn is defended, and even if it wasn't defended, he would have had rook to d5. But I can definitely feel that my level of play has diminished slightly ever since coming back, which makes sense. Okay, and he does play it, so it's looking pretty drawish. Yeah, I'm really not seeing any path forward for either of us. I'm gonna offer a draw. He probably won't take it. Yeah, he declined it. Alright, let's force him to move his bishop somewhere slightly less powerful. Yeah, he moves it there, but now it's turning into a brick wall. Okay. I'm assuming he wants to take here, but I'm not going to let him. Let's move back. Because obviously if I left my thing there, he would have been able to. Okay, I guess he wants to infiltrate by going over here, but I'm not going to let him. Not going to let him at all. Because if he plays this right now, I just take his pawn. Yeah, this is looking pretty darn drawish. Yeah, let's just even move back. I don't even know what else to do. I really don't. Is he trying to push this forward? I don't see the big idea. I really don't. Because if he pushes it forward, I'm just going to ignore him. I mean, here takes... That doesn't work. Because then... Wait a minute. Here, what am I talking about? Takes... No, that doesn't work. Yeah, let's just go here. Stop any ideas that he has. And then I'm just going to kind of harass him a little bit, I guess. I mean, I really don't know what to do at this point. I mean, maybe he wants to come in over here, but I just don't see why that would be good for him, to be honest. I really don't see it. I guess I could just trade off rooks, but that seems boring. So let's go back over here. Okay, he gets that pawn break in, but I just don't see why that's necessarily good for him. Here takes there. You know what? I think that was a mistake. Let's do it. Let's go for it. I'm calling his bluff. I don't think that's a good move. I'm calling his bluff. So now the position is very full of life. Obviously he wants to play bishop to or rook to d2, but I'm not going to let him. Actually, maybe I made a slight mistake. Oh. Yeah, maybe I did make a mistake with allowing that. Yeah, actually, I think that I made a pretty bad mistake just now. Dang. No need to fret, though. I should be fine. As long as I play correctly. I hope, at least. But what if he just stacks? How am I going to defend against that? Um, okay. He pushes a pawn. Big deal, right? I need to get my king closer, so let's just do that. Yeah, this is not super ideal, but not terrible either. In one move, I should consolidate because I'll be able to bring my king over to e1. I mean, it looks like he has a big attack, but I really don't think that he does. Okay, now it's looking a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, let's just offer a rook trade, right? Can't be too bad. I honestly don't know what's going on anymore, by the way, if you couldn't tell. This should be a draw, but neither of us are Grandmasters, so somebody's going to lose this, and I'm just hoping it's not me. If he doesn't take my rook, then I'm a happy man. Ooh, I'm a happy man. I'm a very happy man. Because now I get to stack my rooks. Is that a good move? Not totally sure. I do have this. Takes, 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 takes. Here. I mean, I really don't know what to do. Let's go with this. Which I think is a decent move, because I'm threatening to kind of get in. Okay, wait. That's just a mistake. He just blundered. Okay. Well, you grind an entire game, and then sometimes that can be what ends it. But, wow, that was a doozy. That was a doozy and a half. Okay. I think we might be at an all-time high. Maybe not, but let's just see. Game review. Sorry for such a boring endgame, but sometimes that's what it is. Okay, 80.9 accuracy for me, 78.3 for my opponent, 1900 estimated ELO for me, 1800 estimated for my opponent. A lot of missed opportunities from me, but 3 blunders for my opponent. I suppose that I just didn't capitalize on anything. So let's see what I missed, which was apparently a lot. So obviously, this is just a line that I don't really know, but I think that I played it fine. Yeah, all this is fine. I thought that I messed up here, though. Couldn't you have just taken this pawn? My big worry was that he would hang his queen. Oh my god, that's so dumb. Okay, so I just miscalculated, but it worked out fine in the end. That's what okay, that's humiliating, but anyway. All this is pretty much fine. Bishop c4, however, was a mistake. Why? Because I guess it was just unnecessary, right? Just queen c2 is probably better, right? No, or queen d2. Just some move that connects the rooks completes my development. I like the analysis better, actually. Yeah, queen d2, rook c1, bishop f1. Just basically don't rock the boat. Which I proceeded to do. This was fine. This was also fine. Pretty much everything is fine here, as long as you don't hang your bishop. Back to, actually, the top move is bishop f1, which is crazy. I would never play that in a million years, but All this is fine. Shouldn't have taken. Where should I have gone? Back to F1. So I should have gone back to F1 or gone to E4. I don't know why I didn't really consider bishop E4, but I really didn't think about it for more than like a few seconds, which is interesting. Good to note. I thought that I had some pretty decent pressure, but it is pretty simple to defend. Apparently not for me, though, because rook E3 is an inaccuracy. I should have just played G3. But if I played G3, isn't... Oh, no, then H4, and I thought that he had a lot of pressure, but he really doesn't. His queen is kind of out of the game, and I'm going to play bishop E5, sorry, E4 to get that off the board. I thought about G4 a lot, but I never really played it. Yeah, I correctly said that bishop H6 was a mistake, but I didn't follow up correctly. Yeah, G4, knight G4, I thought that was genius. It really wasn't. I could have even played bishop E4 here. Sorry, I'm kind of tired now. Why didn't I play this? Unclear. I guess I'm just too tired. But the better move was G3 was G3 here anyway. And Queen G5, and I'm just looking at the engine. I'm not coming up with this on my own. Oh my gosh, it wants me to then follow up with F4, launching a crazy attack. Okay, well I'm not gonna see that. But yeah, bishop B4 should have been played here, and I didn't play it there. I don't know why. Oh no, I know why I didn't play bishop E4 there. I was worried about F6. Oh, but that's actually a terrible move because now I just take here, and then if he takes it, I win ultimately. Not the game, but that piece. Anyway, enough of that. He makes another mistake with King G7, and then I don't follow up correctly. Again. Why is bishop takes G6 so much better? Wait, bishop takes G6? What about this? Oh my gosh, I fully missed this. A massive attack on the king. Oh my gosh, I fully missed it. That's so cool. So after bringing the king up, I should have gone for this. Wow, that's cool to see. I missed it, but I was considering some sacrifices at some point. I just didn't do it when it mattered most. But anyway, let's keep on going. I go back over here. I miss it again. I could still take on G6. Now the moments pass and I do find the right move. But okay, so here apparently I'm like just one. If I find this, why? Oh, because of this move yet again. Queen takes G6. King F8, and I'm winning a piece. Sorry, I'm winning. Oops, not there. Here. Yeah. So I missed tactics against the G6 pawn multiple times, which is unfortunate, but it's good to see them. I flubbed up with rook F E3. Again, should have gone... Oh, I should have played against the G6 pawn yet again. Okay, so the G6 pawn is the story of the game. I missed it, though. Then massive blunder, which I missed yet again because, as you've guessed by now, I miss taking on G6. Sorry, taking on G6. Story of my life at this point. Then I have E5 with the fork on the queen and the bishop, so I would have won a pawn there and had a much better dominating position. I missed taking on G6 or taking on F7 so many times. Could have done it yet again. Because yet again, there's this. Very annoyed that I didn't see that. This tactic is actually unforgivable not to see. That's a very basic tactic that I just fully missed. And I'm annoyed that I missed it. I take the cop out now, it's just fully equal. Like I said it was. And now there's just... all this is fine. There's nothing to write home about here. All this is just fine. Black does have a slight advantage. I shouldn't have gone back. I should have Wait, but then doesn't he have this? That looks terrifying. But I guess that my pawns are defended, so I'm going to go king f1 and this pretty soon. But what if he just does this right now? Oh, then I still do e2, and then this isn't actually scary because it's just going to probably be a draw by repetition. Okay, fair enough. But I do make it pretty sketchy by going back here, giving black an advantage. Bring my king in. Bring my king in some more. Give black a massive advantage here, which he fails to capitalize on. He should have taken on d1. Which does make sense because his pawn majority is much more advanced than my pawn majority. So if he simplifies, he should actually be winning in, I guess, this endgame. But now that I get to stack my rooks, that's just not happening. And by the way, I'm very happy that I found rook d4. Because taking here is probably not... Yeah, taking here is a terrible move. Because now, after takes, look at this position. It's dead lost because his king is ready to come in over here, gobble up the pawns. His pawn majority is marching down the board at like lightning speeds. No matter what I play, he's going to... Yeah, I was looking at f4 myself, and now he's threatening so many tactics. But yeah, so I correctly analyzed that was not correct. Very happy with rook d4. Then he blunders because he thought that I had to retake with the rook, but I don't. And he obviously gets forked because that would just completely winning, or I guess it would have gone like this. And this is an easy win for anybody with the white pieces. So, a win, deserved, questionable. I missed a lot of tactics. But thank you for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye.